whenever.
I have started recording.
Okay, so what happened last time? Men and gamers.
Last time we played was the 18th, right? I think.
Yes.
Yeah. Was it Kyrus? The masked dude or whatever ended up like saying Adder's name, so we knew the dude was named Adder. My Blurbo, he's there. But he ended up like bamfing out with the other dude named Finn and vanished. We were in battle with them, by the way, if that wasn't clear enough. Soot sent Matchbox after them. A lot of us started whacking people. Soot was not much involved in combat. He had his hands full with Adder's situation.
We very pointedly did non-lethal this time.
Yes, most of them, I don't think anybody was really hurt, aside from like one guy that got down to like 2 hit points, unfortunately.
There was the dude that got inflict wounds.
Yep, he got like inflict wounds and then like charmed by Fern to be very dazed.
Oh yeah, I used Fern's daze thing because I decided that was something Fern would do in that situation, so...
Did it work?
Yes.
It did work.
It works when we don't do it.
It'll work.
I didn't roll well for fucking anything else I did last session, but well...
Yeah, those poor dice rolls.
Hell
I'm
yeah.
so sorry.
That's the power of gay love.
Yeah.
What else? Apparently Adder was going north, but like got sucked into the Kyrus thing, which he was very confused after the battle ended about like the Kyrus situation and like why he was actually like hanging around with him. And like in general was very confused because he's like, he's my friend. He's like, wait, he's not my friend. I don't know what's going on. What else?
Quote Adder.
Yeah. Yep. Anyways, apparently Kyrus had told the people, at some point to take the right fork and wait for him on the path. So that's kind of where we're heading with everybody else. We took a bunch of, we took the, what was it? The, what are the people's names?
Ring of Dogs and Gold Trawlers?
The Gold Trawlers. We took the Gold Trawlers because most of them got knocked out. The Ring of Dogs were basically having a family reunion away from the fighting.
True, that is what they did.
Yeah. What else? I mean, there was a bunch of stuff that happened, like, people kind of interrogating Adder during the time, a little bit.
Some light threats to our friend Adder.
Yeah. I don't know if Adder likes Cal very much. Or at the very least scared him shitless a little.
I will say a couple other things that happened or became known to you guys last session are the nature of the mask.
Yes.
When you're under its effects, you do not perceive a man in a mask. You just perceive a guy who seems very reasonable and makes reasonable suggestions. I believe Cal and Skylar both got whammied with the mask.
Yeah, they did.
Yes.
But neither of them are here right now, so we're not going to address that.
Soot kind of did a dope arcane check, knowledge check or whatever the heck that was. Figured out that there's probably a time limit on this stuff, so it just has to run its course for a little while, hopefully.
And taking that information in conjunction with what you already knew about the movement patterns of these people, you then realized why they seem to keep moving in clumps, but then reconvening at certain points, rather than just moving in individual groups the whole way to their destination.
Mm-hmm. Kairos has to keep upping it.
he's gotta maintain something or another. You also, Denny's was the session before that, so nothing relevant about Denny's. And yeah, I think that's about it.
Oh, we found out that Kairos has a main camper area, so that's where he's taking them most likely. Adder had said that some stayed, some left. It wasn't exactly clear, but I think that's all I had. Also, Lance is crying. I'll be right back and grab him.
A miserable little boy.
We don't yet have why Kairos seemed to want to be kidnapping people.
Yeah.
We can ask Adder about that. And also why Kairos was interested in Adder in specific.
Because Adder had been going north for an entirely different reason and then got yoinked into this somehow. Where he's not entirely, or it seemed like he wasn't entirely sure how. So that's fun and Soot's angry about it. Also, Adder usually wears a blindfold and he was found without it, and in clothes that he does not own. And without a lot of his belongings, actually.
It seems like Soot might be a little distressed about something.
Yeah, he's not happy about everything that's going on right now.
But we will pick back up. With the party, the unconscious and otherwise unwell individuals stashed in the back of the wagon. I don't recall who all was on the wagon, who all was off of it. I believe Ring of Dogs were all walking because none of them were injured in the fight.
Soot and Adder were walking. I think we had Cal walking also. I don't remember.
You guys can make decisions based on where you want to be. But gold trawlers are all, I believe, unconscious in the back of the wagon.
Yeah, because we basically convinced the Ring of Dogs to cut and run.
And they met their other boys, their homeboys.
And became significantly less of an issue. So, and we just knocked out the gold trawlers and...
We're technically taking them with us because they also have more of their people at the camp. So...
Don't think I wrote down the new Ring of Dogs names, except I think one of them was named Sven.
I thought I wrote them down.
I definitely ad-libbed the new Ring of Dogs names, so they weren't
They're somewhere
preset.
in VC chat. I know they are, because I asked about it. Sven, however, Bob, Jimmy, and Thomas.
Yes. Yes.
You're welcome.
So, shout out to Ren. But yeah, you guys are picking up, walking down the path. As far as you know, in some amount of time, the path forks 3 ways. And as far as you are aware, people were instructed to take the rightmost fork and head that way. And so you are just following the road with your wagon and your increasingly growing squad of bandits. You now have 8 Ring of Dogs kind of following you.
We are the Bandit Kings.
and a bunch of other bandits in your wagon. But that's where we're starting.
All right.
So the lads are currently walking?
Yes.
The lads are currently walking. They are holding hands.
Yeah.
Yes.
Important.
Adder does also seem...
I was gonna say, Aya's going to attempt a vibe check to make sure she's not bodging in on something.
Okay. Make a sense motive.
These two are clearly smitten and have been separated for who knows how long. Oh, okay.
I will say as well that Adder does use his silver cane as a sight cane. So
Yes. Okay. Now roll 20. Are you gonna be a little bitch today?
yes.
No.
No.
It's gonna be a little bitch to us, is what it's gonna be.
Okay. Ren, I'm gonna say the boys are not immediately in the middle of having a moment.
No. It's probably more like, I don't know, amazed that they're together again, probably.
Yeah.
Like, there's like a quiet contentment, I think, at least from Soot, and like, Lance, knock it off! Get out of the cart! I'm sorry, he's ruining the moment.
So she is gonna approach, and as she approaches, she's
Hold
gonna
on.
do a little.
1 second.
Okay.
I just need to text you what you get for the nat 20 for your read on Adder.
Oh.
Ow.
But yeah, in general, Sid is just quiet, occasionally saying some things, but like,
Yeah.
there's like an underlying energy in this man's.
I sent you what you get with your read on Adder.
Oh god.
So he is a mood.
But
Aya is gonna approach and is gonna, when she's still a little bit away, is gonna do a kind of warning whistle and let them know, hey, I'm approaching on whichever side she's approaching from. I don't know specifics, but she's...
Is Adder left or right-handed?
Oh, Adder is holding his cane in his right hand and holding Soot's with his left.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So Soot would be on his left.
Okay. So I will probably go, I'm approaching on you guys' left side. Because she does not want to spook Adder, even though he's probably more than aware of who's moving around, but it's also polite. I had something I wanted to ask, if that would be okay?
I'm assuming you mean me?
Yes.
All right.
So it just gives his hand a little bit of a pat.
Did he grab you just because you were a talented fighter, or because of a more...
I'm flattered that you think I'm a talented fighter.
I'm basing
no.
off what Soot has said, and yeah, she does. I'm basing off what Soot has said and the bandit's description of how their encounter with you went, which isn't saying much, but...
Well, that was a bit embarrassing for them, I think. But to answer your question, no, I don't suppose it was that. I think he's got plenty of good fighters in his circle. But no, I think he chose me for my remarkable powers of observation.
That makes sense.
I was trying to be a little bit sarcastic, but, you know, if it makes sense to you, it makes sense to you.
She starts to bob her head and then actually realizes and sort of vocalizes the affirmative noise. Here's the thing, out of character, he did catch us while we were stealthing. Like, he's probably the most observant motherfucker on this caravan right now.
Who knows?
Who's to say?
Who's to say? Yes.
Who's to say?
Were there any others we should be aware of? I know there was Finn and Kairos himself. Was there anyone else?
I mean, there were a lot of others. Plenty of them.
Okay, were there any others of his inner that he sort of tried to keep close?
You know, it's really sort of hard to assess that, because until this afternoon, I didn't consider him as keeping me close for any particular purpose.
Fair enough. My apologies.
So I would say there are plenty of people who were friends with him. I say that with some hesitation, who seemed close to me. I seemed close, but Finn and I were the only ones he brought on this outing, and several others, but it's not like he needed to bring a fair few, considering. I'm sorry, I don't know if I answered your question at all.
No, you answered well enough. I will leave you to your... She uses a word that doesn't seem like it's as much a word as, like, a humanized vocalization of a sound, of a bird sound.
So just what? I'll leave it here. Like, God.
It is trying to convey something very specific that she doesn't know how to convey in words.
I love Aya so much.
I beg your pardon.
So just snorts a little bit.
Well, okay, I don't think he's your mate, and I don't know if I would apply some of the human words I have learned for that. So
it's gonna like lean over a little bit and just like, she was a bird once, I guess.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Don't let her kick you. She'll probably kill us, honestly.
That's just embarrassing. Oh my god, so do you remember all those stupid jokes we made?
Yeah, a lot. There was a lot of those.
Oh no.
Don't hurt
you were
this
actually a bird. Like a bird. Like a real bird.
Yes. Still am, although in a human shape.
Oh, I take it back so that she could kick my ass.
Yeah, no, when she told us that, I was, yeah, I just immediately thought about our conversations and was like, oh yeah, no, she'd kill me,
We were wrong.
Yeah.
I'll be the first to admit it.
Yeah. At least with this one.
She makes an interrogative little...
Okay. So, sometimes things seem really funny at the time.
So funny.
Because they're not real. And then you meet someone who is a bird, and all your jokes about how you're gonna fight every bird in the world doesn't really... I couldn't explain why, what the motivation was.
It was so funny, though.
It was a joke. It was a funny joke, and now
She cocks her head, sort of thinking about, and no, you're right, it is funny, but I would not recommend it against, I have a friend who's a swan.
Oh, we made jokes about swans in specific. That's real embarrassing.
We just won't fight the Aya birds.
We won't fight you or any other birds that are likely to kick our asses, what are the odds, I guess, that there's a bird here in the flesh?
However, I can say that there are some birds that you absolutely shouldn't fight. However, I will leave you two to your intricate rituals.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I don't know why she has decided today is the day to be a shithead, but
she senses it. She knows weakness.
After Aya retreats, Adder kind of tilts his head towards Soot and, all right, so some interesting friends you've made.
They were... I don't know how to explain it. I don't know if I'd call them friends yet, but, I mean, they're...
Well, they seem pretty friendly. Well, some of them seem pretty friendly.
They're at least, I would say trustworthy. I've only known them like 2 weeks, though. Kinda.
Oh, alright.
As much as 2 weeks can get you, I suppose.
How'd you meet a bird lady?
You know, it all started at, like, a circus. She wasn't part of the circus or anything. Actually, I don't know if I asked her that. I don't think she was. No, she wasn't. She wasn't. But he would probably go into at least a bit of detail about what happened at the Murder's Mark thing, about the fact that, like, whatever. He'll probably leave out the, what the heck is it called? The organization we figured out. Axis. Yeah. He's gonna leave that out for right now. That's gonna be a conversation he has when we make camp or something, so.
Adder is enraptured by your tale, and at the end of it, it's just... Oh, fucking hell, Soot.
I don't know how it happened, honestly. I just was there and, you know...
And then next thing you know, you're fighting a lady with claws and a cat face.
Yeah, it's very weird, isn't it? I didn't think I would... No, I didn't think I'd do that in my life, honestly.
I should think not.
It's not really in the job description of a everyday worker, I suppose. It's a lot more fun, though.
I'm
really
glad you're having fun.
Yeah. I didn't really like being stabbed in the stomach, though. That wasn't much fun.
Fucking hell, Soot.
It's fine. Fern's good at, the healing thing.
I leave you for a little bit and you're getting stabbed all of a sudden.
Soot kind of, like, his walking halts a little bit at that. And he kind of picks up a little bit more. I wouldn't say it was a little bit.
Well, comparatively, I suppose.
What do you mean by that?
Just, you know, never mind, it doesn't matter.
So it kind of, like, holds his hand a little bit harder.
The point is, under no circumstances, when I left, did I expect you to go off and start getting stabbed.
What'd you think I was gonna do?
Not get stabbed. Keep yourself safe. Keep on. I don't know. Keep on doing what you were doing. Keep on doing favors for Theremin and telling stories at the orphanage and being safe at home. I figured you'd just be at home, I guess.
Now, why would I do that if you're not there, huh? Sorry.
That was the moment.
Excellent contribution.
He's gone. Faster.
Okay. Adder pauses a little bit, and you love it at home. That's your place. That's you love it there. You love telling stories and spending nights at the bar and singing and dancing and telling your tall tales to anybody who'll listen, and you love it there.
You know, Addie, the thing about stories is that you can tell them anywhere. To anyone. The reason I love the orphanage so much is we grew up there together, you know? Like, those are our people, and for all intents and purposes, they loved us as much as they could.
And that was important to you. That's always been important to you.
It has been. But not when the person I've known my entire life leaves. It's really hard
He looks sad.
Yeah. So it kind of like gives his hand a little bit of a reassuring, like, squeeze at that. I'm not trying to make you feel guilty for it. I'm the one that told you to leave. Or at least do what you needed to do. But Addie, it was lonely. Really, really lonely. I tried to fill it with the kids and work. God, I worked so fucking much.
Well, I've been a right idiot, haven't I?
I would say so.
Oh, it didn't have to agree quite that quick.
No, I did. Kind of. Look, we can say we're both idiots. Maybe I should have told. Maybe I should have asked to go with, but I didn't know if I was, you know, gonna be a burden or distract you or something.
A burden? Soot, all my life I've been a burden to you.
Oh, fuck with that.
No, seriously, Soot. You've looked after me my entire life. You've worked to support us both. You've done everything for both of us. And Soot, I don't know. I thought you'd be happy at home, not having to worry about.
Soot's gonna stop him. Like, he's gonna halt them from walking. Addie. I'm not happy without you, you know.
I thought you would be. I thought it would be better. I thought you'd have a little more freedom, not have to worry about me every day. And
if you think that coming to you every day was a worry to me, there's nothing like that. You've never been a burden to me, ever. It hurts to hear you say that, too. Never.
I'm sorry.
No.
You know, I'm sorry for all of it. I'm sorry for being such a fucking idiot. God. I never meant to make you sad. Never meant to make you lonely. I couldn't stay there, and I thought that you love it there. I thought you'd be happier if you stayed.
I love our home. But it's not home without you there, you know. And gods, every time somebody told me that you went and wandered back into the fucking woods, it made me want to wring their throats.
Is that what they were saying about me?
They thought you fucked off there and left me there. I couldn't fucking stand it.
It was sort of the opposite of the intention.
Exactly.
That's sort of the whole point of the thing is to not do that. I'm sorry, Soot.
Oh, come here. He's just gonna hug him.
Adder will hug back. So very tight.
Yeah. Around a ring of dogs walking past us.
Yeah, you guys are just sort of standing there, and Ring of Dogs is kind of quietly like, okay, round the side, sort of, and then shuffling kind of off the road to get around you and make sure that you're not like disturbed.
I love it so much.
After the last one passes you, Adder's like, we probably should keep up with everybody.
Yeah. God, there's so many of us now. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, there's a fair few. You're a proper circus yourself. Alright, let's go.
Yeah, so it takes his hand again. Kinda do a light jog to get back to where they were, probably.
Little awkward gay jog,
yeah.
Holding hands.
Oh, God.
And, I'm going to rule that 100% of the party heard all of that because it's funny.
I'm so glad. I was sitting here like, how much of that are we going to be aware of?
All of it for humor.
Turned off my camera for turned off my camera for 2 seconds to pop in and say these bitches gay. I'll be there in a couple of minutes.
Good for them.
Yeah.
Can I vibe check Adder?
You can
For
vibe
fun
check Adder. Make
and
a sense
profit.
motive.
This is gonna be really good. Where's my sheet? I'm keen on the dice. Hold on.
Ooh.
26.
26. Okay. You're gonna get the vibe on what Adder's going through right now?
Yeah,
What's in
and
his head?
also just and Adder in general, if I can as well. But if I can also,
You can, for sure.
What is wrong with this Blorbo?
A
Is he
lot,
gay?
apparently. And I say that incredibly affectionately.
Yeah, I'd love
Okay,
Adder
did I
so
roll?
much.
Did I roll well enough to know if he's gay?
I checked
Yeah.
your
You could roll a 1 and you'd know.
friend stat. I'm gonna send you what Aya got earlier because that is also still relevant.
I'm curious what you got now.
I'll send it to you later, buddy.
Okay. God.
Aw.
He also I'm just gonna type for a minute.
Oh. Am I getting things in my chat?
You will also
Nope,
get
it's for
things in
me.
your chat.
Oh, okay.
I've got give me like
Oh, I'm sorry.
3 minutes
sorry.
to just type to you guys.
Okay, that wasn't what I meant. I'm so sorry.
You're good.
So much typing.
These
I have
bitches
so many
gay.
things I need to communicate. These bitches gay.
These bitches gay, guys.
Happy Pride
I
Month.
was going to ask if this is what Parker and I are like, but we do not have anywhere near this level of...
The communication issues are not it with you guys, whereas with these guys...
Yeah. They're both idiots is the thing, and it's the main reason for their miscommunications.
I'm sorry, I'm still just absolutely delighted by them shit-talking the birds they could fight, and then...
Oh yeah.
That was a spontaneous roleplay Ren and I did. like months ago.
Because it started out with like... Sorry.
It was a joke about doves.
Yeah.
And
it turned into birds we could fight. It's great.
Listen, I just think that Ada and Sir meeting Pierre is gonna be fucking hysterical.
Oh, it's so good. All the bird moments are gonna be good, I think. Oh, I was gonna play the fucking soft music. Oh well. It's fine. Oops.
God. Also, crucially, I do love this party.
Mm-hmm.
Same.
They are good.
I am gesturing emphatically at them and calling all of them gay.
Even the voices are like, hello? I love them.
these are all different voices.
Yeah.
Every one of them is separate.
They're just watching a soap opera, and it's just Soot's life, unfortunately.
It is Soot's life, God bless.
Soot is their blowbar.
I guess so. They don't like him very much, though. Well,
you don't have to like
Soot
your blowbar.
Soot doesn't think they like him.
Yeah. Your blowbar can also be your scrungly.
It's so true. There's some scrunglies in the world.
God.
All right. That is all the typing I needed to do.
Woo.
So, Ada and Soot are holding hands and walking down the road.
Gay little Johns.
The Parker is here.
Paka.
Hello, Parker. Welcome.
Hello.
Sorry about that.
It's okay.
How'd it go?
Good. Good. Delightful. I don't know how I'm really supposed to stop them from cheating over the internet.
Don't know.
I think it's more about, like, just that you're there is threat enough of them being caught.
Probably, hopefully. I
But
don't
also,
know.
these students who have you regularly, I feel like...
Yeah, they are. I was just like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Like, how I'm supposed to catch any of these motherfuckers. Like...
Just chill. Just vibe. If they cheat, they cheat.
I got $15 an hour for it, so,
Woo.
you know.
Hey!
Hell yeah.
We love that for you.
And you got to spend the last, hour and a bit listening to...
Oh.
Or like half an hour.
Yeah, it's like it could not have been an hour.
Half an hour listening to that gay shit.
There will be more, probably.
They are very flustered homosexuals, and I am delighted by this.
Aya had to tease them.
Yes. It's not, it also, I need you to understand, it was not mean teasing, it was...
No. She just wanted to know the nature of the relationship, and they're like, And
didn't even necessarily want to know, she was just going, this is the read I have gotten from Ada being so normal about holding hands.
He's so normal.
Yeah. Real true.
So... She didn't even want anything confirmed. That's why she was like, I mean, I'm pretty sure that I can't use, mate or partner or... Because I don't think that's quite accurate.
Yeah, you've heard Soot say friend, or best friend. dearest friend, but like
they were roommates.
They were roommates.
See, dearest friend is starting to get there, but it doesn't feel like it has the right kind of weight.
Just hold it and call it beloved. That's what it is.
and they were roommates.
Anyways, we're on the road again.
On the road again. Is there anything y'all would like to do while you are on the road?
I mean, until we get to, like, the junction, I think at the junction, once that happens, hopefully, Soot will take out Matchbox and make sure that we're going the correct road. So they haven't, like, veered off anywhere.
I will say, is there anything people want to get done before the junction? Hearing none. You arrive at the junction after some period of travel, where the road indeed splits, one veering off to the west, one continuing straight north, and one heading northeast. And if anybody wants to make a survival check or a perception check or anything like that,
I'm gonna summon Matchbox.
You can summon Matchbox, absolutely.
He should know what the guy smells like, so we'll just kind of send him off to see if he can find if that scent went anywhere.
I am going to do a perception in a second. I just EBDB'd my tiny dice, so I need to retrieve it.
I will say, briefly, when Matchbox is summoned, he does listen to you.
Mm-hmm.
And then instead of going to do the thing that you told him to do, he starts snuffling around Adder's pockets.
Yeah.
And Adder's like, oh, matches! Matches! Oh, good boy, do you want some jerky? Matchbox wants some fucking jerky.
Yeah!
Adder gives him a little snack. He's like down on his knees, ruffles the dog's face.
Yeah.
Matchbox licks his ear and then bolts off into the sunset. Not really, but runs off to do some tasks as appointed by you.
Mm-hmm. I will say, Soot does watch this interaction with a look of absolute adoration.
Anybody who rolled a sense motive earlier, so Aya and Fern, you're also gonna get to notice that for free.
Yeah. Throw it in for freezies.
Okay.
Soot is also being so normal.
Yeah.
But he's normal. He's really
normal, guys. You just hold your homie's hand sometimes.
You know what? It's what he deserves.
He just wants to be happy.
Does Matchbox need to have things rolled for him? Is that what he's doing? Do you roll for Matchbox? Do I roll for Matchbox? What have we done previously?
I don't remember. I think you rolled last time, so I guess you can roll now?
I guess I will roll now. Ow, motherfucker! Fuck!
Oh no!
Sorry, I just hit my funny bone.
Oh no!
Oh no!
I'm normal. I'm experiencing normal nerve sensations.
Oh, buddy.
Let me pull up Match's stat book and +8 to perception with his scent skill.
I found, by the way, while we're waiting, I found somebody's ranking of the 100 best and worst Sherlock adaptations, and I'm desperately trying to find Benedict Cumberbatch. I am past the 50 mark, and we're only going up.
Oh no.
Oh no.
That high?
Wild.
Good job, Matt.
To be fair, we have passed some things like a couple of child actors. All of the times they cryogenically froze Holmes and woke him up in the future. So, like, to be fair.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I actually, when you're including stuff like that, I can see Moffat Sherlock being in the top like 40.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, Victor, with a 9, you're like, okay. The thing you notice is different from the thing everybody else notices, which is there's not a lot of people on these roads. Like, there's not. You guys are a massive group of people, and you've passed basically nobody.
I think she's mostly focused on keeping the horses going anyway, because she was driving.
Mm-hmm.
And you're just like, this is boring. I am bored.
Yeah.
You did listen to some gay shit happen for a while, but that stopped a while ago, so.
Mm-hmm.
Aya. You are searching for signs of travel along the right-hand path, and you do find them. Which, searching along the middle and left hand, the first little stretches of those paths, just to confirm, you do not find similar, certainly not going in your direction. On the path coming from the west, there are trails of footprints leading, more recent footprints leading the direction from which you came. But that would not make sense to be the lads that you're pursuing. And on the right-hand pathway, you do see it seems like they were still moving in their little groups, so groups of 4 or so, 4 or 5, depending. Yeah. But there was clearly movement down this way. Oh, that list is super invalid. Are you kidding me?
Wait, what?
What?
That's just a bad list.
Bruh.
What have they got on top?
No.
I'm looking. Hold on. We're at 38. The Great Mouse Detective is 38. Excuse me.
Excuse me?
No.
Below Cumberbatch?
Below Cumberbatch.
Bruh.
I cannot believe this slander.
Well.
And Matchbox starts fucking going, bolting down the path, does like 3 little circles, runs back towards you, does 3 more little circles,
good boy,
and then runs down the path again and vanishes.
I love him so very much.
Oh, he's such a good boy.
Truly.
I've missed him.
With any luck, I'll be able to bring him back tonight.
Ah, good. Good lad. All signs point towards the right-hand fork.
Right, go.
Alright, is this one we want to start moving sneaky?
Well, is there anything we need to be looking out for aside from, the obvious?
I mean, his actual, camp, I guess, isn't for a while yet, I don't think. But he said people should wait for him a little ways up the road, but I don't know what a little ways up is, and I don't know if he managed to get hold of him already, or I don't know what's I mean, he had a substantial lead on us, and if they were traveling with just the 2 of them, they obviously went considerably faster, but
right.
I don't know.
Well,
he must be trying to get them back to camp. Like, he's not just going to stop. Now, certainly not. I don't think he'd stop to just...
Right, so that probably means that we can just keep going at the speed and such that we're doing now. We'll probably have to make camp before we even get to them, so... I mean, you had said it was like at least a few days, right?
From here, I think so, yeah. I say from here as if I'm truly confident in where here is. You see me. I've had a time with maps. That's been exciting for me. By which I mean I still don't know what they look like. But I've had some very nice people offer to give me directions.
Sit will just give his hand a little bit of a squeeze. Well,
I've been trying my best.
Well, you've gotten this far at least. We have a
Remarkably.
map. Well, we have a map. I can at least figure out where you've gone. I did a little bit of traveling myself, obviously, to get to this far.
Now I think you should appoint me your navigator from here on out, see how far that gets you. I'm sorry, number 5 on the list, elementary, is number 10?
Yeah.
Elementary?
What the fuck?
No.
Like, is this, like, just... Like, this woman thinks Benedict Cumberbatch is hot. Fuck.
It's gotta be.
Girl.
That's gotta be what's up here, because it's not...
What's number 1 on the list?
Hold on, I want to quote something she writes about it. Benedict Cumberbatch delivers a sturdy, compelling performance, abrupt, eccentric, calculating, and a tad sentimental.
No.
She wants to fuck Benedict Cumberbatch in the Sherlock
so
wig.
bad.
It really does make her look stupid.
He writes self-insert fan fiction with Benedict Cumberbatch and Sherlock. Like, the actor and the character.
I will give her points for putting Basil Rathbones as second, because Basil Rathbones is basically one of the best Sherlock versions. She gives it to Jeremy Brett, who played him in the 80s. I don't know.
Is he handsome?
No.
I don't know who he is.
Kind of. Hold on, I'll take a picture.
Send him.
Do we have any idea of the criteria that she is ranking these on?
No, I didn't scan. I just was looking for Cumberbatch.
God.
This is her
Hunting him down.
Hunt him down for sport.
Like, okay. I just don't trust any opinions this woman has, because if she put...
You know what I'm willing to bet? She grew up watching that Sherlock.
Yeah.
Almost certainly. But if she put Robert Downey Jr. unironically has one of my favorite, like, I love that movie.
I do too, to be honest.
Her name is Olivia Rotinliago. Hold on. She put Robert Downey Jr., The Great Mouse Detective, Elementary, and fucking... What was the other one that I was like, you put that below? Hold on.
Buck Wild Takes.
Welcome to Pathfinder, where we roast some bitches Sherlock Holmes takes as an interlude.
Stop the session. We have to roast this woman.
And Ian McKellen. She put Ian McKellen below.
I liked Ian McKellen, though.
I cannot.
Who are you, Olivia? Oh, you look like you'd be into Benedict Cumberbatch.
Oh no.
Well, maybe we don't put her face in this chat. That would be mean to her.
No. Yeah.
Sorry, Olivia, we are roasting your Sherlock takes in this D&D server. I'm so sorry, but also...
I'm not. Get roasted.
She's a PhD student at Columbia.
Oh. Well...
She's giving me these takes on this, the 1st of Pride Month?
No.
Hello.
Take your takes away from us.
Leave.
Anyways.
I'm gonna go back to being homosexual as a random swashbuckler in Pathfinder.
Sorry, go for it.
We're on the road again.
You are on the road again.
So,
I'm gonna meet this woman in
my
20
particular
years.
experiences with with moving in large groups of people. If I sort of look at the map we've got and where we are now, can I figure out possible likely sites if they want to have the amount of people we kind of expect that they've aggressively scooped up?
For the camp, you mean?
Yeah.
Make a knowledge geography check.
Eyes.
And that's why I love Pathfinder.
Geography.
Geography.
16?
Not bad.
16. Okay.
It's also good for us to know because we currently have, 20 people?
You do have 20 people. Do you have 1, 2, 3, 4 gold scholars, you have 8 ring of dogs, you have 6 of you and Adder. So 19, yeah.
We're almost 20 strong, God bless.
I said what I said. Also, related question: over this travel, do the effects of the mask seem to be fading on Ada and the dogs who were?
It's not something you can tell without asking them.
Well, I think sort of as we were settling, the times we were pausing to rest the horses, and I probably would have asked, at the very least, asked Cal, if not asked some of the Ring of Dogs guys.
Okay. If you ask Cal, they would tell you that they more and more are starting to get the sensation of why the fuck did I like that guy? Even though they know that they never really liked that guy.
Okay.
And it seems like it is that is overtaking this idea of that is just a scared guy who I wanted to be nice to. And Skylar says similar.
Fantastic.
Do you ask Ring of Dogs as well?
Yeah, I think so. Particularly because they would have been exposed to the effects for longer.
When you ask, are you asking one of your old Ring of Dogs friends, or are you asking one of the ones who was affected directly?
I mean, the ones who are affected directly would actually be able to give me an answer, but it might be and also they don't have as much reason to be fucking terrified of Aya as the others do.
All right, how do you ask them then?
Oh. I mean, we did tell them about or at least we told the ones who we were friends with about the effect and about sort of our expectation for it wearing off. So I am presuming that they passed on that sort of basic rundown. I might be presuming a lot.
How do you ask them?
I don't know exact wording she's going to use, but she is trying for somewhere in the blunt but not an asshole about it. She doesn't want them to close ranks, but
just give me a vibe of how you're phrasing the question so I know how I can kind of respond.
Can I table this can I put this to the table for suggestions on how to ask this?
What are you specifically trying to ask? You're trying to ask them, how the effects are happening, or if they've gone away?
Yeah, if the effects are fading, how much they've faded, that kind of vibe. I mean, I guess there is the possibility of the very blunt. Hey, do you guys still think that Kyrus is a friend? But I don't think that's gonna get me sort of the answers that we want to figure out. Well, okay, we know it lasts at least a day because the Denny's guy didn't remember the mask.
I mean, you could start with an honest of like, hey, I want to know how this is affecting you guys so we know possibly how to stop this in the future or how long the duration is so that we can keep you safe. Like, just trying to be honest about it a little bit. Maybe the safety thing isn't quite honest. I don't know Aya's intentions, but like that's where Soot would come from. No,
I will concede with that, mostly because Aya's a bit like, yes, you are bandits, but no one fucking deserves whatever the shit this is.
Yeah, that's cruel.
I've learned enough about being a human to recognize that no one deserves this shit.
Mm-hmm.
She's not gonna put it that, but that's the kind of internal thought process. So yeah, I think it is going to get phrased as a checking in so that we can potentially keep everyone as safe as possible. And have the best chance of helping their friends who might still be there.
Okay. And are you... I need you to get... Sorry, I'm really sorry. I need you to be specific about how you're phrasing your specific bit about Kyrus. Like...
You could
we know his name is Kyrus, so I could just use his name.
Are you asking if he is their friend? Like, how are you saying that bit? Sorry, I don't know if I'm conveying well enough what I need from you.
I think Joe was trying to ask, like, do you still consider him a friend? Like, how do you see this man? Like, right?
At the moment.
Okay.
Sorry.
How do you see him at the moment?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to word this in a way that makes sense, but also potentially gets us the information we need.
Because of the nature of this, I need it to be, like...
very specific.
A different way of phrasing the question is going to get you a different answer, you know?
Yeah.
So, if you're asking, what are your thoughts/feelings on Kyrus? Or are you asking, is he your friend?
I think asking about the thoughts/feelings will get us a better answer, because because asking if he's your friend might get a little bit messy. And might get in the weeds very quickly.
Yeah.
Alright. So you're asking for their thoughts, feelings, opinions on Kyrus.
Yeah. And sort of trying to vibe check them against what we were getting about, like, getting from, like, Ada and...
Alright.
Sorry, that was a really convoluted way of doing that.
It's okay. Sorry I needed you to get so specific. Normally it wouldn't actually matter, but in this case it does very much, so I wanted to be as clear as possible so it wouldn't mislead you about anything.
Yeah.
Okay, so in response to asking what are your thoughts, feelings, opinions, etc. on Kyrus,
what are the vibes you have on Kyrus at the moment?
Could you vibe check your boy Kyrus for me? One of them, you think it was Bob, it might have been Sven, you're not sure. Says, I mean, he's alright, you know? Like, I don't really necessarily, like, he's not my first choice to hang out with, obviously, but, like, you know. He's kind of a dick, but, like, you know, everybody's a little like that sometimes.
How is he a dick?
You know, he's just fucking bossy, dude. It's like, I know, man, chill out, I'm doing it, but he doesn't need, you don't, like, I'm gonna do it, you don't gotta be a dick about it. Doing the thing. Fuck. You know?
Yeah, I'm very aware. Was this just general? What sort of things?
You know, it's like fucking walk with your buddies and now walk with your other buddies. And it's like, can I walk with the same buddies for fucking a minute? Is that fine? Like, can I pick which buddies I want to walk with? It's like, dude, I get it. I'm doing the thing. Or it's like, meet me at the fucking Denny's. And it's like, okay, you don't need to tell me 6 times. I'm meeting you at the fucking Denny's. All right, simmer down. You know, just like, you know those guys who are like micromanagers? I think he'd do great in office work, honestly.
They hear from a small distance away, so just being like, they shouldn't hire him. He's an HR nightmare. You know,
probably not, I guess. Like, would I hire him? No. It feels kind of a shit thing to say about him, but, like, would I? No, absolutely not. Are you kidding me? That's the kind of toxic energy I don't want on my team.
Do you remember how you guys ended up hanging out?
No, yeah, he stopped by and, it was a bit of a mess at camp. That's why we had to head out so quick, but he stopped by and he was like, you know, let us know that we needed to. And all the other ring of dogs are kind of like the ones you know are kind of like making like grimacing face emojis, like behind you, like, or behind him, looking at you.
Yeah.
And he sort of
he's gonna trail this off. She was gonna see if she could try to poke holes in the story they'd been told, but she is going, not my place.
One of the ring of dogs, Corinne, comes up to you as they sort of distract Sven and or Bob, and is like, yeah, no, we keep trying to you know.
Was trying to check how much of the effect was still lingering, if it could be shaken off.
I mean, now they're saying he's a dick, which is nice. Before they were like, he's our good friend. And now they're saying he's a dick, which he is, clearly. So, but now it's just a little, like...
Yep.
We keep trying to poke at it, and it's like, you know, like, buddy, you're saying some irrational ass shit right now. But, you know, yeah, so better improvements are being made, I guess. Just not great, not perfect improvements being made.
Can I hear any of this?
Yes.
I feel real awkward right now.
Why?
No reason. You know.
If you know, you know.
That's why I wanted to ask if it was because of your particular reasons, or it was you had potentially put something together.
I'm not that smart.
You are, but
yeah, Bonk, don't be mean to my friend.
But Corinne will go back to the Ring of Dogs gang and leave you, Aya.
Yeah. So how long have we been traveling at this point for it to get to the point of, yeah, dude's kind of a dick, but he was a friend?
It's That's a good question. It's been from the time you chased him off, which was sort of mid-afternoon. It's getting... You're a little ways past the fork now, and it's getting on evening.
Okay.
It was early afternoon when you
So
chased him
about,
off.
like, 4 to 5 hours to get to the point of, dude's kind of a dick?
Yeah, call it 5 hours.
Okay.
Good to know.
So I guess we'll see how it works out in the morning, because we're gonna have to make camp soon. Speaking of, was I able to find a campsite that would fit the fucking nearly 20 of us?
Yes, you were able to find what was a likely spot for a campsite that is sort of, it's marked off on the map as, like, where merchant caravans tend to stay. A little waypoint. So there's some small infrastructure set up there already. And you were able to sort of, looking at the map and judging based on your knowledge, like, Kyrus's camp, you can't imagine, is right by the road. But there's some spots that you think, within a day's travel of where you will end up making camp, probably are likely. Because you got a 16, so you could probably narrow it down to, like, you think maybe one of 2 or 3 would be reasonable. Probably one of 2 based on, he wants to be close enough to the road to be able to snatch people if he's not always going and stealing bandits all the time.
So I think Aya might get some of the more tactically minded people and sort of... So, here meaning Victor, and if we had Skylar... so if you would like to be involved...
My -1 perception? No. Also, Soot's probably gonna end up staying with Adder for most of the night unless Adder wants to keep watch.
What?
Although, Aya might... actually, out of character, does Adder have a general sense of direction, or is it just what people have told him? Well, I guess he could know, like, what direction he is walking from a given point, so that could be used to narrow down, sort of what part of this within a day or two's travel this is.
When you ask him that, like, if he has a sense of direction from the road, he's like, do you ever close your eyes and spin around a bunch of times?
Fair enough. My apologies.
It's okay, here's the thing. It's less that I don't know directions. I do know directions. I can feel the sun on my face. That's different. It's we frequently teleport. And once I've been teleported, it's not like I've got landmarks.
Yeah, I understand.
To reestablish myself and how far we've gone in any given direction. Excepting for, I know it's about 400 feet, depending.
But that doesn't help you figure out.
Doesn't help me figure out necessarily where we're at. Location-wise. So, my apologies. It'll be great help once we're there, because I'll tell you how many people are there. But, I may be less, useful up until that point.
You do not have to be useful.
I appreciate the sentiment. That's actually very sweet. But I was just trying to sort of offer a reassurance that, like, I was, going to be, like, helping you out, just sort of a friendly, like, I'm going to help you out sort of a thing. Just letting you know that. Really wasn't meant to be read too much into.
Understood.
Okay. I hope that was helpful. I know that it wasn't, considering as I told you nothing, but... Anyway!
Even a little bit of nothing is something.
I don't think that's true, Soot.
No, it is.
Alright, well, you said that with such confidence, I don't think I can find myself capable of arguing.
You shouldn't. It's gonna keep walking.
I missed you.
He just grins. Adder can't see it, but he's grinning.
I will take it back to the people who are sort of good at strategy and potentially tactics. And
are you
lay
doing
out
this?
the map.
You're doing this once you've made camp, I'm assuming.
Doing that, yeah. Once we have made camp with our 19 to potentially 20 people, because it would be funny if we just picked up another. But with our 19 people, once we've made camp, she's gonna sit down with the map unfurled and sort of point out these are the spots that seem likely to be able to maintain because last number we knew was how much?
Okay, so you know, at the very least, he is adding approximately 20 people.
Yeah. So
Adder gave the impression that there were over 20 people already part of whatever was going on there.
Okay, so the ballpark that I can give is the areas that can support more than 50 people at once.
Mm-hmm.
And sort of leave that. I know Jamie isn't here, so Skylar can't contribute, but in character Skylar would be a very helpful part of this conversation.
Mm-hmm. All you got right now is me, baby.
I know. But you are also extremely clever, and Victor has been taking a leadership role, so.
Mm-hmm. Victor listens to kind of the options and is gonna kind of try to more, do some tactics.
Vibe check on what would be smart for them to be at, or vibe check on the best way to attack each of them?
First off, which one they'd be at.
Okay, do a little, we'll do a little intelligence check, please.
A little intelligence. Okay.
A little intelligence as a treat.
That'll be a 16.
16.
I forgot very similar results.
I forgot what 12 plus 4 was.
Me too, buddy. Me trying to figure out how many ring of dogs there are. You are. The thing is, it seems like, their operation, without knowing more about it, it seems like it is pretty strictly limited by how many people an area can support. I gave you 3 options, and you are leaning more towards the 2 closest to the road on either side as possibilities, because it seems like this guy has such a frequently rotating cast and crew, as it were.
Mm-hmm.
And also, clearly, these people are going somewhere. Yeah. But just from judging based on the map, without seeing terrain and not knowing more about the specifics, you're not really sure. But there's 2 spots that you're
Okay.
These make sense as options. Could it conceivably be somewhere else? Yes, but your gut's telling you it's one of these 2.
They're already putting a lot of work and a lot of potential ways this can go wrong with their current plan.
Why make it worse by making it farther? Yeah. After which, Victor very much kind of, not that she's excluding Skylar and Aya from the conversation, but starts studying both spots and starts kind of... Like, she has, like, a graphite stick and is like... I know what I'm thinking of in my brain, because I'm a historian and I've looked at them, but...
Are you making little maps? Like, practical maps?
Little practical maps and little, like, I don't want to say, like, theoretical military strategy, because we are not a military, we are, like, an adventuring party and some chuckle fucks, but...
Tactical map.
Tactical map, yes. Thank you.
This is why Aya handed this job off, because she knows it is not her.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I just...
And...
Go ahead.
I will say, you are more gay than you realize, yeah. Aya and Skylar can probably see, like, she just starts going at it, like, she doesn't have to think about what symbols and signs to use, she's just going for it, baby.
We'll pull a tactical map for Victor as a treat.
Mm-hmm. That will be Victor's project.
Alright, Victor's working on the project.
To follow that up, we know that you have to hear him. You have to hear him to be able to...
And it seems like he has to at least know where you are. That's not her voice, that's an Irish voice. I'm fucking... Capella's here now.
You're southern, buddy.
Capella's here now. No.
Oh, Capella and Pathfinder could be extremely fucked up.
Capella's not allowed in Pathfinder.
Anyway.
Because I say so.
Fair.
Southern just like, it seems he needs to know where you are, at least somewhat. I don't know if it's exactly sight, but... For example, he didn't know exactly where I was and couldn't catch me for a hot minute. And then even when I was behind him. So my best bet, he has to see you, and then you have to hear him.
Okay.
Are you doing this sort of in an area of camp? Are you doing this out in the open?
Once we start talking tactics and how to deal with the man with the mask, Aya does make sure to pull everyone who is willing to be part of this conversation into this conversation, because...
Okay.
Because we tried one method, which possibly might work now that he doesn't have Ada's ability to tell where people are.
But it's not that he needs to see you. I don't think. It's just he needs to know that you're there. You know?
Okay.
Alright. So, option number one that I was considering, which was blind him, is off the table.
But if he doesn't know you're there, and then he's blind, and then nobody's there to tell him that you're there, that's what I did, you know? I told him where people were.
Right.
So...
The problem with that is getting close enough to blind him without seeing where you are. Because if it's a direct sight line, then it's like, well, you know, you can always stay behind him or stay hidden. It doesn't matter, but... You know, you understand the difference?
Yes, I'm a bit of an expert on blindness.
I wasn't really talking to you, I was talking to everyone else, but thank you.
Remember when I asked you guys to be nice?
He's the one who started talking back to me first, alright?
Sure.
No, sis, let her talk. Let her talk. We can have it out.
God.
Interesting boy you chose it. Anyway.
Give me a minute, I have a phone call.
Option number 2 that I had was walking in stiffened, but I would not recommend that for at least one of our party.
That would also make using spells pretty hard.
Indeed.
We might have to just kind of disperse a little. Or I do have that invisibility vial. I think it only works on one person, though.
I mean, there's always the option of trying to overwhelm him with numbers. You know, statistically, he probably can't grab all of us in one go.
Alright.
Probably.
Honestly, I was thinking have a bad day for him. Just send an invisible cow.
That would be quite a bad day for him, yeah.
The rest of us come in after. But that's kind of a danger to you, Cal, sorry.
I don't know what Cal would say in this situation. I think they'd probably flex or something.
Yeah. Anyways.
The problem also with relying on numbers is that whoever doesn't get caught is suddenly at a much higher disadvantage and has to put him down fast.
I'm not the best at doing traps, I don't think. And I lost my character sheet. I was gonna see if I had anything useful. Where'd it go?
Oh, also, he is currently feeling a little under the weather, so we have that going for us.
Oh yeah, you cast some sort of spell, didn't you, Adam?
Nods.
What sort of spell?
Want the long version or the short version?
Oh, now I'm curious.
For which one?
The long. I was implying that I was curious for the whole thing. I think was what I was going for.
Long version is basically I have a way to remove certain nutrients from the body, create a deficiency that weakens an individual to the point of certain instabilities and certain disadvantages. Short version is I gave him scurvy.
You gave him scurvy?
That's what you do when
I
you...
did.
Okay.
Fucking scurvy?
I did.
Fucking hell.
You did that to one other person before, didn't you? I didn't really know what you did there, but...
I was trying to get him to stand down. I thought, you know, I have two options, okay, with spellcasting on people. One, I either make him hurt real bad, or two, I give him scurvy and try to get him to stand down. Those are the two options.
I forget, was it the big guy that we kind of just, like, IP spawned and then you guys just, like, beat the hell out of? Was that the one you gave scurvy to?
Nah, it was one of his jobbers.
Oh, right, the one that just, like, popped out of the doorway, right?
Yep.
Right, poor bastard.
I can also guarantee that Kyrus has not gotten rid of his scurvy. Short of having a somewhat powerful cleric, and I don't think he has one of those.
Can I just say, Victor, that I apologize for offending you at any point that I might have in the past few minutes or so, or at all.
Smart boy, smarter than your boy.
I also can't help but notice that there's a little bit of an energy here, and I'm not sure that I like it.
Yeah, I don't really like it either. Seth's giving you a look.
And Victor just kind of looks back like, and we all heard that shit.
Well, it's not necessarily on that. It's the smarter than you. Yeah. Thing.
She meant smarter than Soot.
Yeah, I know. That's why Soot's like,
okay.
You're calling me stupid, fucker?
She's just like, what of it, is the expression you get back.
Yeah. There's a silent conversation, unfortunately, that Adder does not know about, unfortunately.
Adder's just chilling.
Yeah, he's gonna hear about it later.
Ada, you were at least somewhat in this camp, yes?
Yes.
I know you can't necessarily give me a site description, but...
Correct.
Were there any distinguishing anything you could give me? A high wall on one end, a ravine, anything?
It's, pretty spread out as far as camps go. Different groups of people sort of stay with each other in bigger tents, sort of.
Right.
Like little, it's almost like little mini camps, sort of arranged, sort of around into one larger camp.
Is there a central point, like a bigger campfire, or like a central tent area? What's up?
I mean, Kairos' tent and the food stores and all that, and the fires that main fire was kept going. There is a central point, yes, to answer your question. But mostly people wouldn't gather and eat there. They'd come, they'd get their food.
And Kairos is set up at that central point, yes?
Most of the time, I mean, well, not really most of the time, actually. Most of the time he's sort of wandering around and chatting with people, right. I guess.
Right, but
when he's not doing that, he's there.
His lodgings are in the middle.
Yes.
Alright. Which presents, I suppose, its own problem. We'll have to... I don't feel very keen on taking on so many individuals at once. If we could get into the center with little detection, that would be ideal.
You know, I just thought of something. They would know about you, right, Edder?
Yeah, they would.
What if you just showed up with us and said that you were coming in later? They wouldn't really know to necessarily look for us, right? They wouldn't think that we're hostile. He had to directly tell those people before to attack us, right? Why would they want to just attack people that somebody they already know is bringing back? We could just walk right in, maybe.
Yeah, I didn't think about it that way. Yeah, I guess.
Depends on if Kairos thinks you're dead or not.
That's also true and fair, I suppose.
Because if he thinks you're dead, if he thinks you're dead, he's either going to tell everyone or he's not going to bother. And you showing up will either cause a stir, or they won't respond because, of course, you're showing up at some point. If he thinks you're alive, though, that might be more of an issue. Because then he'll be wondering. People might be wondering what you're doing.
Well, considering as he, last he knew, he left me with at least, the 6 of you, and 24 more, coming to back you up. I'd be surprised if he thought I was alive.
I suppose that's fair, and I don't take him the sentimental sort to make some sort of camp-wide mourning proclamation or anything.
No.
I think he would have just not told anybody. One person missing. Where the hell will the rest of the place go?
plenty of people weren't, would be gone sometimes. Never talked about it. So, can't imagine it'd be. It's not like I was particularly close with anybody there either, so.
Alright, so we might actually have a shot then. At least to get us past the outer ring. Once we get to Kairos, though, he's gonna immediately know something's up. But that's not really much of a problem. As long as we can move fast enough.
Right.
So we ain't got numbers, so our reliance is surprising speed.
Unless the dogs want to do something.
I'm sorry, did you say we ain't got numbers?
Okay, we got numbers, but we ain't got...
There's 19 of us.
There's 19 of us, sure. Who knows how... Do you know how many people he's got? With combat?
More than 19, to be fair.
So, we might have some numbers. We ain't walking in 5 of us, no, but... She kind of glances over towards where, like, the bandits all are.
They were kind of beaten by you. And there was like 3 of them, at least.
That was just really embarrassing for them. To their credit, though, I have to admit it was mostly like a sensitivity thing. I think they were trying to, they went for it, and then I sort of did a little bit of I kind of lied to them, and I was like, oh, why would you do this to somebody who can't defend himself? And they're like, oh God, you're right, and I was like, yes, and then I stabbed them. So that was. It's a testament to their hearts, really, that they paused. But
touching.
The point is, you're right. They tried their best. They did.
Sure, they're trying their best. And even if the rest of that camp is their level of capability, eventually, when you are evenly matched in strength, size is going to win out.
Not all of the people in the camp are bandit types either.
I didn't say bandit types, I said of their capability.
All right, then.
Shh. Sorry about that. I have returned.
Welcome back.
You do get a warning tone to Victor, muttered from Soot, though.
Okay. Victor gives you another, okay, look.
Yeah.
Anyway, my point is, I would not like to get us caught in a frontal assault type of situation. That is what I would prefer to avoid.
See, it'd be super easy to say that without being a dick. Sorry.
What if I think it's fun?
Ass.
And what if I think it's fun?
Well, then, get a hobby, gods.
Soot just nods along with that.
God. I'm fascinated by the Adder and Victor hostility.
I mean,
this is Willowwa hostility.
Yeah, there was hostility there was hostility from Victor towards Soot, and then Adder heard that and was like, no, and then Soot also heard you do that to Adder, and now it's just both of them hostile.
Oh. All of you can see, besides Aster, can see this expression on Victor's face that is something like shocked and affronted. And then she kind of pulls it under control, clears her throat a little bit. Your opinions of my attitude aside, I don't hear any argument on my tactics.
No, your tactics are just fine, that's the point.
Oh boy.
I don't really have anything
So-
to add, mostly for the fact that I don't necessarily know what to do in this sort of situation. I'm not well versed on taking camps like this. I don't. I guess we just won't necessarily know until we're there what the situation is.
That is some of it, yeah. Without a
Okay.
proper actual site look, no offense, Ada, on that front. There is some mystery left over.
Do we want to attempt to try and remove the mask again?
Well, what happened when you tried it? I'm not asking that to be a dick, I'm asking legitimately. What occurred when you attempted that?
I'd like to know too. I've seen some weird magical items in my time. Maybe.
I was gonna describe what happened. I can't remember what you gave me. And because she might have taken that as she wasn't able to get a good enough catch with what she was particularly trying to do.
Yeah, so she noticed that there was nothing visible that she could see holding the mask onto his face.
Yeah.
And she also, when she tried to pry it with the fan, it didn't so much as jostle.
Yeah.
Alright, then I think that strategy's out the window. I really think it's putting this man down before he can do too much harm.
Could I... Is this a case where I could try and do something Arcana-wise, like a knowledge Arcana?
Make an Arcana check. Fern, do you have knowledge Arcana?
Let's use the nice little liquid core.
May
that's
I as
cocked.
well, please?
Victor, you may as well. Nocturne.
Ooh.
Hello.
What knowledge skills does Fern have?
A couple. Like as class skills?
Yeah, which ones, like, does he...
Arcana?
Can you
Sorry.
make an Arcana check for me?
Okay, I also have history, local, nobility, planes, and religion.
We're gonna stick with Arcana. You have a lot of knowledge skills.
Nice, Victor.
Go for Arcana.
That's a natural 20.
Yo,
Or a
two
29.
nat 20s and a 27.
Okay.
Mages, go the fuck off!
Dice
I'm gonna
curse
take
broken.
2 minutes to think about the implications of that.
I spaced out. What are we rolling for?
We're rolling about Aya described what happened when she tried to get the mask off of Kyrus's face, and everybody is being Arcana checky about it.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
So it was like,
Nice,
I want to
nice.
know if I know anything about magic that does this, maybe.
I'm just gonna sit here for a second because my DM brain was not prepared for you guys to roll that well on these checks.
Also, Noct, you missed Soot talking back to... Sorry, not Soot, Adder talking back to Victor.
Oh,
Yeah.
I did not miss that. I heard that one chat very clearly, and I enjoyed it very much.
It's so
was
good.
incredible.
It was very good.
Somebody has to, and by God, Soot was not.
In the Victor Whispers chat, I wrote to PK, Victor, last name, and the audacity of this bitch.
Yes! Victor does have a lot of the audacity of this bitch.
Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I don't feel like typing all of these, so we're doing individual whispers. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yoink.
So let's do Fern first. Come on in.
Yeah.
Jump on in! Oh, I should have asked about... Hold on. I should have asked about the recording thing.
I am going to actually go quick grab some food because I'm fucking starving.
Go get food.
Be right back.
Food! Did I eat? I think I ate already. Yeah, I had some toast and stuff.
I should go eat.
Yeah, get food.
Should I no, I'm gonna microwave the thing with the mash because honestly the pasta turned out kind of gross.
That's fair. Sometimes food doesn't turn out well.
I'm sure it would be fine if I hadn't needed to freeze it, but I need you to understand, Cass gave me 4, 5, 6 from the one I had last night. I believe 8 containers of food. It might have been 9. No, it was 9. Cass gave me 9 containers of food. So I needed to freeze some of it. But that did not play nice with the pasta. I'll still eat it because I can't not. But
it's not going to be as enjoyable.
Yeah.
Ren, you have to go to the principal's office.
Oh shit, I'm in trouble. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Hello.
Hey,
I'm your principal.
You got a 27 on your mask check, and you want to know what you found.
Yes, please.
Alright. So, here's the thing.
Yeah.
The vibes on this mask are so rancid. So very rancid. And you, with your knowledge of magic items, you almost wonder if it's a curse. That the mask is on. That's what it is. It could just be a basic enchantment to keep a mask on a face, but something about it, you just think that man cannot remove his mask. Just everything about it. Magical items of this power don't just come on and off easily, you know? Especially something like this. That's enchantment of some kind. It's not something you let go of easily. So whether he refuses to remove the mask, and thus it cannot be removed from him, or he cannot remove the mask or have it removed from him, you really do think, yeah, that's some shit right there. Something probably more powerful than him decides whether or not that mask stays on his face.
Okay. That was what I was thinking, but Soot can't help him. Oops, we gotta knock you out.
Whoopsie.
Oh, whoopsie.
Go ahead and send in Parker if he's available.
Alright. Alright. Is Parker back yet, or is Parker still making food?
No, Zia's still getting food.
Okay.
Aya, who does not know jack or shit about the arcane. Well, okay, no, she knows a little bit about the things that are, like, directly to do with her bullshit.
If he's eating, chilling here with you guys.
Yeah.
Hello.
Arcana is, like, such shit. That's his bread and butter. Like, that's, I think, one of his highest stats aside from bluff, yeah. So.
You guys are popping the fuck off with these checks.
I heard a meow. Ren.
Huh?
I heard a meow.
Oh,
was that your meow or Joe's meow?
It was definitely Ren's if it was a meow, because I do not know where my Jasper is. However, I'm going to find her so that I can harass her.
I didn't hear it because I have my headphones in, but it was a Lancey boy. Hi, baby.
Lancey boy.
Yes, hi, Lance.
Hello. Hello, little miss.
Hi, baby.
Oh, Jasper.
Lancey Pants, he's here.
I am coming to bother.
Have boy.
Oh,
Boy, that boy.
Oh, boy.
Boy and, oh my god, boy and lass.
Oh my god.
No!
Oh my god,
Wow.
Get up there. Get up there.
She is in her basket.
I love when Jasper is in her basket.
Oh.
Shout out to her.
She really likes her basket.
That's
I love
cute.
when Jasper is in her basket. God, look at her.
She's so kitty.
She's so kitty. Literally so kitty.
One of the kittiest of all time.
Of all time.
Also, Lance, why did you want to come up here? We weren't gonna, like, sit somewhere. Why? Did you just want to pester me? Come here. I'm gonna hold you. Hi.
He just wanted to meow.
He wanted to talk to me.
Back. Sorry about that.
You're good. We're going to Whispers, buddy.
So, very quick opinion from the two of you.
Yeah.
Not game related, but I have 3 light globes. I have 3 light bulbs that are out. My kitchen needs replacing, where I'm already on the page of my kitchen. The other options are my loo and my laundry room. I also tend to do dishes in my laundry room because my kitchen sink is tiny and obnoxious and also currently full of stuff.
Then I would do laundry room.
Okay. Also, the bathroom light does shine just enough to catch at least some of the loo, so it's not awful. Okay, so laundry room. Okay. I also really hope I have the right type of light globes, because I'm going to be fucking annoyed. Actually, we will do that in a second. I will do that in a bit. I'm going to be really annoyed if I bought the wrong kind of light bulb. Because there's sort of 2 types of tops. There's like the twist top ones, and then there's what's called bayonet, which it's mostly round, and then they've got 2 little pokey out bits that you put into a slot and then click into place. I bought those because you don't see the screw ends very often anymore.
Gotcha. Ugh. I'm starting to get so sleepy. What the hecky?
It's fucking nap time.
Sniz.
It's time to fucking...
I need the gays to have more gay time is the thing.
I need to see if I can... Sorry, I'm looking through pick crews. Because I have a blowbow that I have created that I want a pick crew for.
Blurbo. My blurbo is here. Adder.
Your
Points at him.
blowbow is here.
My guy. I love him so much.
Gestures at the blowbows.
Adder.
Gesture emphatically at the blowbows. Do not elaborate.
I feel so bad for, like, being an ass about Victor, but also Victor's being an ass a little bit, too. It's a give and take with the ass hattery here.
Yeah.
One of these days they'll get along, maybe.
Or they won't, and it might be extremely funny.
I mean... We'll see what Soot wants to do about that.
It also, because Soot and Aya seem to have a friendship going. So, if Parker can actually make good on the plans to romance that bird, it might be like, you are my partner's friend, so I will tolerate you.
We'll see.
All right.
Hello.
Sorry that was the long way to do it, but, like, there were enough subtle differences in what I needed to tell each of you that, like, I didn't want to type it all out. And sort out which... I just needed to, like, verbally do that.
Yep. Totally fair.
So, you guys have some vibes.
Do you want to pull that information?
Well, definitely seems cursed to me. I mean, if you couldn't get it off...
I don't think there's anything but the mask under there anymore.
Ooh.
Ew.
You know,
I think
like...
Fred's right.
Yeah, we don't really know exactly what his plans are, and I don't think even if we tried to make him tell us, it would work. I mean, he could say one string of words and have us doing whatever the fuck he wants. So... I mean, the only way to figure out what's going on is to either knock him out or, you know, knock him out for good.
I think the only way that thing is coming off is if he's dead.
Well, maybe we can try and do the knocking out first, and if it doesn't come off then, you know, we can just finish
Slit a man's throat while he's unconscious?
Sure.
I don't know why we're dancing around euphemisms here.
I mean, we're not really dancing around it, I just don't really want to kill a man.
Alright, mister, knock him out forever. Kind of.
Okay, so...
He may not technically be a man anymore, if that helps.
So that is worse. I didn't get to that point.
You know, nature of curses and things, that wouldn't surprise me, but also... it just doesn't sit right with me. Unless I have to. Obviously, if safety's an issue...
like we'll have to. So, that raises another question. Is there anything that the three of you can potentially do to mitigate its effects on either yourselves or the rest of us?
For myself,
your hostess, this is blatant magic bullshit. She doesn't call it magic bullshit. This is blatantly magic.
I mean...
technically, I can, most certainly for myself. The problem is, the bolster I can give you only lasts about 60 seconds. So I'd be spending the entire time running around tapping everybody on the shoulder, like, once a minute.
I don't have anything useful like that.
I can help myself, but that's about it.
I mean, yeah, I can almost certainly keep myself up. I just, I don't think me, running like a chicken with my head cut off to tap all of you on the shoulder once a minute is going to be the best use of my, abilities.
Alright.
The bonus you'd get would not be worth it.
Honestly, my best thing is I can summon my dog and he can bite him real hard. And also, if he had a normal fucking weapon, I can make it lock to his side, but that's about it.
I could give him double scurvy.
More scurvy the better, I guess.
I don't actually think that would do anything. But I could try. Never done that before.
I mean, he's already out of nutrients. What you can do, suck up more nutrients.
That's my point. I've never done it twice because it sounds stupid.
Double scurvy.
But I'm offering it.
Okay.
Well, you might be better putting your scurvy to Finn.
I can absolutely do that if I can get up in his business.
And Soot, you might be better doing your peace bond to Finn as well.
Yeah.
got a nasty blade.
Saw that. Or at least minorly.
Right, so neutralize Finn, and then I guess at least Hal and me trying to put the mask down as hard as possible and as fast as possible.
Yeah, speed and speed.
Sounds like fun.
Well, if I can get the drop on him, I can do it before he's even drawn his weapon. On Finn, I mean.
Yeah.
Right, unfortunately I said speed and more speed, and then I started thinking about drugs, and you said I'm gonna get the drug, and I thought you were gonna say drugs.
Fortunately, that's not my forte.
Good. I mean, not that anybody here who does drugs is like a problem or anything. I was just, it would not be helpful.
Yeah,
right
no,
now.
yeah, no, it's not part of the conversation right now. That's the thing.
Okay.
I love Victor getting challenged and then immediately losing all social grace.
God. Well, I don't know if we're gonna have... What else could we even talk this to death about?
Well, we need to get a look at the camp before we can figure out how to sneak in.
I agree with that. We can figure something out as long as we're quiet. Keep the majority of people back.
How long does your spell, force a weapon to stay in its sheath?
About a minute, I believe. I can recast it too. Yeah, a minute a level, so technically, yeah, I can only do it for
2 minutes.
10 minutes?
2, 1, 2.
Oh,
sorry.
okay, yeah. Well, it's a first level spell, and I can't do second
No,
levels.
but it's your caster level.
Oh, right. I'm sorry. I was thinking like spell level. I'm sorry.
No, that's a weird thing in Pathfinder as compared to...
Gotcha. That actually is really nice. So yes, 2 minutes.
Okay.
And how long are rounds in Pathfinder? I forget.
Still 6 seconds.
Okay, cool. So 20 rounds of combat, basically. As long as they don't save on a strength save. But if they try to draw their weapon, it provokes an opportunity attack from whoever's next to them, so whether they succeed or fail.
So, possibly...
So, if anybody's next to him when he tries to draw the blade, you know?
Okay.
He kind of like elbows at her a little bit at that.
What?
I mean, you were able to stab the bandits, maybe you can stab this one.
Oh, I could definitely stab that one. I could absolutely stab that one.
Excellent.
Frankly, I'd be happy to stab that one if I'm being perfectly honest.
Good.
Okay. So... Is it better if Skylar is with us with trying to put down Kairos? Or is it better if Skylar is with you guys for trying to keep Finn handled?
I think he kind of like looks at her. I mean, do you know how bad he is damage-wise? I don't...
How do you mean, like, how hard can you stab someone?
Yeah, like, how bad would it hurt if... Well...
If you got stabbed by him?
Well... anyone, I suppose.
Okay, so if he stabbed you, I'd be very worried for your life. In fact, if he stabbed you, I'd be pretty sure you'd die.
Cool. Right.
Question.
What?
Can the sword be... once you do your thing for sword and scabbard...
Right.
Could someone just remove the scabbard with the sword from him?
By the wording of peace bond, I believe so.
Yeah, you lock a weapon in place on its owner's body, or within the weapon's sheath or holster. Anyone who tries to draw the weapon must succeed on a standard action, and succeed on a strength check. So you can technically take the scabbard, you just can't draw the blade.
Because my thought, out of character, is you peace bomb the sword, and then someone fucking yoinks the sword in scabbard, and either plays keep away or basically runs. Hey, you do not get your fucked up sword.
Well, I do have a vial of mage armor, so I can make myself a little harder to hit.
Okay.
Just in case. I thought I got more than one, but I can't remember. I think I only have one. Yeah, because they were more expensive, that's fine. Worst thing comes to worst. Bring in matches. I mean, I can bring him in a couple times.
What, match is gonna bite?
Oh yes, he's been doing it a lot lately.
Has he really?
Yes. He's been doing really well, actually.
I'm so proud of him.
Me too. But anyways, maybe we should...
Okay, so if we can get that sort of... do you know it... If we can get the sort of fin, or at least keep him from being able to use it, that might somewhat reduce the amount of risk he can do.
Isn't that the point of Fit doing what he's doing? Like, we've got a minute after he does peace bond.
Yeah.
So taking the sword away at that point is sort of a moot, because he already can't use it, you know?
He might be able to brute force it, is my thought, because Moncello tried to brute force it.
He's not really that strong, if I'm being honest. He's just quick.
Okay.
And if there's at least one or two people around, or I have matches along with you, Eddie, you might be able to take him down, maybe?
We'll see. Yeah, I could try. Probably could.
So it kind of like...
I think I could.
So it kind of does like that little anxious, like, side to side step thing. Not that I want you to be in harm's way, but...
No, I mean, the point is sort of to be, dealing with a thing which requires a little harm's way, you know? I think I could kick his ass, actually, if I'm being honest. He's not that good.
Do I believe him?
Kind of shit, if I'm honest. Make a sense motive check.
Okay. Oh, that was actually really good. I keep rolling really well. My sense motive, I think, is a -1, though, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, well, that's just a 17, then.
You remember that time Adder was like, I bet I could take on a whole flock of swans?
Yeah.
It's a little bit of that same bravado, but backed with considerably more actual confidence this time.
Okay.
Is he having a little bravado moment? Yes.
Yeah.
Does he feel actually pretty strong about his chances this time, as opposed to the swan incident? Yes.
Okay.
I mean, he felt stronger about the swan incident before he realized.
Yeah.
And he felt considerably stronger about the swan incident before he realized that swans, that he was speaking to. You didn't tell him what kind of bird you were, but he's pretty sure you were some kind of a something, and he's scared of you.
If someone asked, she would be willing to elaborate, Crane, but, so...
She's not gonna ask, that's rude.
What kind of bird are you? You can't just ask somebody that. God.
That's the thing, I don't think she'd think it was offensive, which is incredibly funny.
Yep.
So, strange suggestion, might not work. Could possibly a different kind of charming maybe counteract the masks a little bit?
Oh, I don't know about that. It's really strong.
Would I know anything about that?
This is a question specifically directed at Fern.
Fern, make a, I don't even know.
Just roll a dice and tell you what the number is.
Fern check.
Yeah, make it your friend check. Why don't you?
I get that modifier. Oh,
Fuck it, you know.
Your friend
Yeah,
check.
Considering that some of the effect of the mask seems to be this person is reasonable, this person is is a friend. So if you were to bring that directly into opposition with another, this person is reasonable, this person is your friend.
Nothing. What'd you get?
18.
18.
Joe, I actually know exactly what's going to happen.
But here's the thing, neither I or Aya have enough context to know, so she is positing this as a, would it be a possible...
Okay.
Like, with... so Aya's asking if we'd cancel each other out.
Or potentially mitigate enough to still, for particularly the three frontliners to still be functional.
Yeah.
Okay.
So PK, what?
So here's the thing. Based on what Kairos does is definitely a stronger whammy than you can produce even when you're focused on it, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
And to a certain extent, it's a little bit like you weren't here for the combat, but it took you a while to coax Ring of Dogs into like listening to your suggestions to leave, and it almost felt more like this was before they had received any direct orders from Kairos. It felt like it was a little harder to be their friend, as it were.
Yeah.
Competing.
So the answer is a resounding no, and it's extremely ideal.
This was my check, and I've said nothing out loud.
I'm
sorry.
I'm not quite done telling you things. The other thing though is that the more you think about it, Kairos had been their friend for longer. And there is a certain level of weight when you're basing things off of reasonable suggestion. Your friend Fern giving you a suggestion, who you've known for 2 weeks, is going to be a little more reasonable sounding than your friend Kairos, who you've known for a day. So there is some weight in that as well. Not saying it could be perfectly counteracted that way, especially if he's doing full whammy and you're trying to rely on your ambiance because you don't want to full whammy your companions. But it could modify.
I love the meme, Parker.
God, good meme.
So Fern thinks about the question for a second. Says, so it's complicated. I mean, he is much better at what he does than I am, and people who have known him for much longer are going to be much more willing to listen to an older friend. And even though I may have been your friend for 2 weeks, you're more likely to listen to me. But if they've known him for longer, they'll be more likely to listen to him.
Right.
I might, and even with if I am not being intentionally friendly, very friendly, it may not matter if I'm there, and if friendly people get along very well, unfortunately well, in some situations. So, I can make no guarantees.
Head bobs, like this makes perfect sense. Wanted to posit it as something to maybe help buffer us, but if you think that it would be she tilts her head like she's trying to figure out how to word it. Risky idea to you and to the people you are trying to protect, then it's not.
Well, I mean, I could, if they were like, what, PK, how do you say his name again? It's
Kyrus?
Kyrus. I had the first couple sounds and I didn't have the rest, sorry.
It's okay.
You know, if Kyrus just says, come over here, and I say, come over here, you'll probably listen to me more. But, like, if Kyrus really gets ya, or if he gets me, then, you know, whatever I can do will be nerfed. And as well, it has been requested of me to not intentionally direct my friendliness at you. But this is a situation where it may be helpful if Kyrus is particularly your friend in that moment.
If you think that it would work, I would be willing to give you my consent, and I will not speak for anyone else.
I can't give a guarantee. I can give a, 75%, I would say, although I may be being slightly pessimistic with that number. But, again, it's all up to the tides of what is spoken and whatnot.
Worst comes to worst, that can be a backup plan. I don't think we should rely on it, though.
No,
I would not. I am not suggesting anything to rely
on. As a potential emergency option is all I was suggesting.
Right.
That is also all I was.
Okay.
Well, I don't think we're gonna go anywhere talking in circles like this. We might as well get some rest, eat some food.
We've got as much of a plan as we can get until we find which camp they're using and what the terrain is.
And
I guess rest, keep watch, and
we probably have at least another day of travel. So we'll see what happens tomorrow.
Yeah. And with the party coming to a close on their tactical planning session, heading off to bed, that's where we're going to call session.
Woo!
Y'all are so good at gaming.
Fern is like, being my friend is an advantage, actually, you fucks.
Yes, it is.
I was not trying to...
I'm not
trying to both respect family and also go, hey, this is...
Not Aya. Fern is like saying as much as possible in response to Victor without directing any of it at Victor.
Victor's picking up on it.
God.
Fern would be more shocked if Victor didn't.
I have very deliberately tried for Aya to just be like, okay about your friend. About your friend thing. She's just, it's not the weirdest thing she's seen. She didn't know people could do that, but cool.
I'm gonna be real with you. Nobody explained the Fern situation to Adder. He is just sitting there.
We didn't have the time for it tonight, but Sid is for sure going to be explaining a lot of things to Adder tonight. And I mean,
Is Adder my friend?
Adder
doesn't know my name, does he?
He does. There was technically an introduction when.
So definitely.
Okay. So it would have given names.
An introduction. Okay. He knows your name.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have a vibe check on what he thinks about you. You haven't interacted directly.
Oh.
But.
Real what the fuck moment for Adder.
You do know what he thinks about Sid, and you do know what he thinks about Victor, and that's two pieces of information.
Were you gonna?
One of those.
Go ahead.